Y'all, oh my God. So y'all know I got my braces over Christmas time. And I got my braces tightened on, what day was it? May 1st, May 1st. Okay, let me just indulge me here. Just indulge me. So I had, not that y'all be in my mouth, a tooth that was out of place, okay? It's this one in particular, right here. So I got these twisty bands. This is like a braces update, okay? Got these twisty bands. And they also fall between my teeth. So as of Wednesday, there were like lines that you can see between the teeth. Okay, looked at my teeth a little while ago. You can't even see any space between the teeth and the tooth that was out of place, which is the reason that I got all these braces again. Y'all, the overlap is going away that fast in 2 days. Like I could always catch my tongue with it and I can't. That's how I know it's moved. And they hurt. It's a good hurt. Okay, y'all, like come on. I'm so happy. I cannot explain the happiness to y'all. Like, oh, I'm so happy. All right, let's get to the video. Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another one today. We got some extra frizz today because I just slept on my hair the way it was last night. So I'm okay with it. It is mimosas and makeup. For me, it's Saturday night. I have a little watery mimosa and I'm gonna go ahead with it because we don't waste alcohol. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna be doing my April roundup. I'm excited because I've got lots of palettes and fun things to talk about today. So if that sounds good to you, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with the best community here on YouTube, definitely consider joining this community. We'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I'm great. This tooth movement, okay, I'm so excited about it because I'm like, what are we doing here? It's been since what, December 27th is when I got my braces. Haven't been seeing much change, but it has all been worth it. And I love my braces. I love them so very much. I'm gonna go back to lavender or lilac next month though, because this aqua is a lot for me. And y'all know how I feel. Like I don't love blue. I like denim blue. That's like my favorite blue. But I wanted to try something different this month because I was like, I don't want to have the same color every month. Anyway, let me know how you're doing in the comments section or the chat, whichever you prefer. From afar, like when I was looking in the mirror, I was like, oh, this looks kind of cute. It's like a little electrocuted, cute hair. It's still cute. This is not my favorite, but it's cute. So today we're going to be talking about everything that I tried in the month of April, doing a little roundup to see how I'm feeling about products in my collection. You know what? I always leave the eyeshadow palettes for last, but I'm starting with them first because why not? Like, why can't we start with the great things now? Like, we'll stop. All right, so we're gonna start with, oh, also, if I have any pictures of me wearing any of these eyeshadow palettes, I'm gonna put them up. I'm trying to be better with it because I think that having pictures to go with what I've been using for the month would be great, but it's hard to do sometimes. So if I don't have a picture, that means I didn't take one. We're gonna start with a Dior Quint called Subtle Bloom. Why did I even buy this? I don't even really know. But this is her. She's cute, she's plain, but she's really cute. And you know what? I have to say this. The Dior Quints are nice. They really are. Are they overpriced? Absolutely, yes. So I know I did not pay full price for this, and I don't really pay full price for my Dior Quints because you can find them on Mercari. I know I got this from Ulta, and I either had a gift card or there was a coupon or something going on because they're like 60 something dollars. What I really like about the Dior Quints is that they're very easy to use. The mats are very blendable. I just think they're great for just random everyday usage. Even though they're luxury Quints, you're not gonna get a whole bunch of shiftiness. There are some Dior Quints that have some more sparkle. There are some that have some shine. I don't know about any duochromes, but there are some that have some little sparkle and shine. But when it comes to like me just putting something on for work, and even when I went on vacation, I took my 2 big Dior palettes when I went to Miami. It was just easy. There's no thought involved. You can do, well, maybe 1 to 2 looks, maybe 3. I'm gonna say 1 to 2 for me. And you're just not gonna have an issue. There's just no guesswork here. I like Subtle Bloom. Did I need this? No. The Dior Quints really repeat themselves a lot, so I would not recommend like just purchasing all of them. And there are some reviewers, they get like every single one that comes out. That cannot be me because so many of them are similar. They are. Now, recently they reformulated and they re-released some of their older ones because they're not using, what is it? I think they're using corn flour or something. I don't know. But they're just easygoing Quints, but I would just get them on sale. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even get them on sale. I would get them on Macari because Macari, I've seen them for like $30. So you're talking about more than half off. That's where I would go if you're interested in trying a Dior Quint. When I first started doing YouTube in 2020, they were all the rage. They were like this big thing. And let me tell y'all. So let me tell y'all what happened. Yesterday, my sister came over here because we were getting ready for the teacher thing. So I'm looking at her little makeup bag. So she had a Dior Quint in there. I knew it was something that I gave her. Why was it Black Bow? Now let me tell you a little story about Black Bow. The video I did with the Dior Black Bow Quint, out of every video that I've done on YouTube, to this day, if you know, you know, to this day, that video is my best video. Dior Black Bow. I have no idea why. I don't necessarily think those were my best looks. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and link the video. I'll make sure I do it so y'all can see it. It has like 8,000 views. That is my highest performing video because I look at my analytics to see how things are doing. The makeup releases videos do great, but this Dior video has taken the cake. The second highest video was my Do a Fragrance video. A fragrance video out of all things. My fragrance videos do trash on this channel, but that one did great. Back to Black Bow. For some reason, I decided that I was like, the luxury beauty, that's not my thing. I'm not doing this, blah, blah, blah. Decluttered some things and apparently gave Ariel Black Bow. Now, I gave Ariel Black Bow probably because I didn't truly want to like give it away. And if I was not going to use it, I wanted to give it to someone that I love and trust. I also gave her my KKW Beauty Camo palette. She used that yesterday when we went out. She did a little inner corner, wink, wink. Yes, I was like, that palette was so cute. She had my Black Bow. She's like, yeah, I remember when you gave it to me. Apparently, I gave her my Chantal Black Jaguar a quad as well. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what was going on. But since then, I repurchased Black Bow off of Macari for like 30 or 40 bucks because I'm like, where is she? So I have a brand new one, so she has that one. Anyway, Subtle Bloom is really cute. It's nothing special. It's very cute. You probably have those shades, so don't buy it. Tasha. I'm just gonna slide over just a little bit in case I have pictures. This is the Cranberry palette from Natasha Denona. This is nothing new. It's old. Something I got off Macari. You know.
I want to say something funny.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Not trying to be cool while I check my stool. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Don't be happy. I've changed my diaper. Try to be cool. I'm gonna go check the stool.
You know what stool is, right?
No.
Poop.
Wait, I'm gonna go in here, but I won't make any noise.
We're at this point where August and I think different things are funny, so. All right, back to this. Back to back. Oh my God, speaking of back to back, let me know if you're into this. Okay, you might not be into it, but the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, y'all. Just talk, we can talk on Instagram because it's a lot going on. I do have people to talk to about, but if y'all are into music like I am, like, I wouldn't mind talking to y'all about it because there's a lot going on. Anyway, y'all, this palette is so cute. Natasha Denona. Is Natasha Denona my favorite brand? That's the question that we need to have answered. But this is a great palette. Like, look, is this a duochrome? Let's see. This is such a cute shade. So cute. Ew. All right, this is such a cute palette. I always find myself pulling it out from time to time. And I'm happy I have it. Yep, definitely got this from Macari. Sure did. Because Macari, first Macari, then everything else. You got to look on Macari first. Because you know what? One man's trash is another man's treasure. And I find so many treasures on there. I mean, it has to be a reasonable price. Because some people can be real wild on Macari with pricing. And no. Okay. La Cienega by Adept Cosmetics. This is my version of it because, you know, I changed mine and I made it just a little more me. I took out the bright red matte. I took out the Minka shimmer thickums that I do not enjoy. And I just made this my own. I really like this. I love this version. And I think that's the beauty of having magnetic palettes and having a lot of palettes from the same brand. Same thing with Natasha Denona, because I do label. You know what, Tasha? You need to go ahead and start labeling your shades. That would be really helpful because Adept does label their shades so that when you do mix and match them, you don't have to worry about getting a label maker and doing that yourself. And then you can easily put them back. La Cienega is a great palette. I just have to say, the mattes that are in the Amy Loves just seem different. They just seem so creamy. And these are great too. I'm just going to have to try to like maybe swatch them or just, yeah, like swatch them side by side because I don't know. They just feel different. But these are great mattes as well. And I think this is a great palette. I did get this palette in the mystery box and then I was mad and sold the mystery box because I was mad about all of those liners that came with it. Because when it said 9 new products or 8 new products, I didn't realize it was going to be this palette and then all those liners. So I didn't end up purchasing this until this year, I think. This is a great palette though. I just don't like the Minka shimmers. So Minka, I think, was recently restocked, but you know, I'm all for the smooth, the duochrome, so I love how I mix and match those. I think I took shades from the Amunet palette or the Amunet New because I have both of them, so I'm not sure which one, and just made myself a little, what do you call it, a little combo. All right, let's move on. Y'all, okay, Byredo Mineralscapes. This is a yes, an absolute yes. I am just thrilled with this palette. I did come back and use this in a get ready with me. So I've used it beyond the initial like review video. People were not lying when they said that the formula in Mineralscapes or the bigger palette, so the Flora Kalahari, the Remembrance palette, that this formulation is different than what was in the small nugget palettes. Because the small nugget palette formula, I put that palette on Macari because no. These are smooth, sophisticated, easy to use. The cool tones are just beautiful. You have 2 mattes in this palette. And you've got these satins that you can use like mattes and these beautiful shimmers. I think this is such a great color story. I just love cool tones now. I've been on it since sometime last year and I'm going to continue to be on it. I'm so happy with this palette and I could see myself purchasing the big Byredo palette every year. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and be like, okay, like this is part of your expense. You know you're going to get this palette. So I'm still like pressed and looking for Flora Kalahari Remembrance. I guess Prism's out of the question. But the prices on Macari are insane. They're insane for these palettes if you can find them. And so I will not be purchasing. But I know from now on, the big Byredo palettes are a yes in my book. And I can't wait to use it more. Really nice palette. Love the cool tones. Love the looks that I've created so far. And cannot wait to do more with the palette. I also think that palette really lends itself to just like easy one and done eyeshadow looks, which I've been really into lately. So it was a win-win all around. Totally worth the money for me. Y'all, okay, this is my girl Jammy's fault. In a good way, Rick and Morty. I did 2 looks with this. Lends itself to so many more though. Oh my God. Y'all, look at... So, you know, I am not into these big palettes, right? And at the end of 2023, I went on this whole glam light craze because the sales made these palettes dirt cheap. But I've learned my lesson about that cheap doesn't mean you're going to use it. Sale doesn't mean you're going to use it, y'all. Sale does not mean you're going to use it. A sale means you can get it for cheap, but if you don't use it, you still wasted your money. That could have been used for something else, and that's what I learned with Glam Light. However, the way that Jamie spoke about Rick and Morty, there was something different about how she spoke about Rick and Morty. I have tried Glam Light before. I've done Glam Light videos on my channel. You know, well, I know that Glam Light has a great formula. I had the with Ice Cream Dream palette. I had some of their foodie palettes. I just know I'm not into foodie palettes. Great formula, but I will not buy any more of those. I had like a donut palette. I had a taco palette. Like I said, Ice Cream Dream. I was gifted the chocolate martini palette, which is also very, very good. At the end of last year, Glam Light really made me mad. You know, the Halloween releases were just very trying. You know, she had 3 big releases and they, I would say, fell flat because of how the releases, they were just, they dragged out. You know what I mean? It just took a long time for the releases to come out. Then with their shipping is not the fastest. By the time I got my releases, the moment had passed. So I think that one of my first videos of 2024 was the Friday the 13th palette. I don't even know if I want to keep it in my collection. I really like it, but I know I'm only going to use it one time of year. It did lend itself to looks outside of Halloween, but I've realized that themed makeup is probably not my thing. But when they had the sale for Black Friday, I just went buck wild. I bought 3 Scooby-Doo palettes, the big one, the 2 small ones. I bought the lip kits. I bought the Freddy Krueger palette once that went on sale. And I ended up selling the 2 small Scooby-Doo palettes. I'm gonna sell the big Scooby-Doo palette. I realized that when I bought that big Scooby-Doo palette, I was like, oh, Rick and Morty's out of stock. You know, this will kind of take the place of that. No, because this went back in stock at the beginning of 2024. This is actually the first palette that I purchased at the beginning of the year. And I just got around to using it. I did 2 looks, but oh my gosh, so many more looks that you can do with this palette. And these shades are borderline neon shades. It's the only palette that I have that has these kind of neon shades with it. And I really like it. I really liked the looks that I created. I have to say that. So know nothing about Rick and Morty. Maybe I need to start watching. But Jamie, you influenced me in a great way with this palette. The price point of Glam Light is fantastic. I think it was $36. Really happy with this. I would like to come back and use this. It's not something I'm going to reach for every day. This is not a palette where you can get any type of neutral looks from or anything like that. But I really like it. So this is one Glam Light palette that I plan to keep in my collection. I think this, I think the Freddy Krueger green one, even though I haven't used that one yet, that's almost like an updated Smoke Sessions for me from Melt. Those 2. I do like the chocolate martini one as well. So maybe those 3, those are the ones yeah, those are the ones that I want to keep in my collection. We have a bunch of palettes from my girl Natasha. Well, not a bunch, like 3. Oh, wait a minute, we already have 1. Okay, we have more. Let's do all Natasha. So let's start with Leela. I did a look with the Leela palette. I hope I have a picture of it because it wasn't super, super purple. And I liked doing that look because it just showed the range of this palette. What can I say? Like, Natasha Denona has a classic formula, and I know this hasn't been updated. This is an older palette, and it's one that I got on sale. So it's not something that I had like when this was the hype, if it ever was. I love this palette. I really do. I love these cool tone colors. Those are the ones that really pop out to me these days. Leela is such a great palette. I mean, it's easy to use. The looks are easy to create. The formula is great. I could just pull out a Natasha Denona palette every day and it would give me what I need. No issue at all. Natasha might, I don't know, she might be my favorite brand. She's just trusty, you know, very trusty. And I'm here for the trust, you know, with the makeup brands. So let's talk about I Need a Nude. I used this also in April. And this isn't even my favorite palette. And it probably still has shades missing. Sure does. I can't remember when I used this. Oh, you know what? I used this in combination with the Yucca palette because the deep shades are still in a BYOP that I made. And the Yucca palette Y'all, oh my gosh. I slept on this palette last summer when it came out. I really did, because we had the Nomad Okavango palette, right? We had that come out, same kind of color story. Earlier that year, I had bought, or at the end of 2022, I had bought the Clarity Cosmetics Croc palette. So I had this color story, not all the way, but this, friends, this is my girl. This needs to be, you know what? I was thinking about doing a, perfume tray video. I need an eyeshadow tray video. Like this. Pack it up and let's go home, because this palette is great. Combo, excellent. I don't know what to say. Natasha, I always say it. You take risks. What does Miss Frizzle say? Take risks, take chances. I can't remember, but y'all know I love me some Miss Frizzle. Get messy. Natasha does all of that. And you know she's coming out with a liquid foundation. I didn't get the powder one as of yet, because I got to see that in store, because the colors are just too hard to figure out. But she's coming out with a liquid one, y'all. I can't. The color corrector concealer combo, like, don't talk to me, okay? That's all for Natasha, though. I don't have any more Natasha, but I have this. Quintessence. This is Sydney Grace, the collab with Tim Talia. Y'all, oh my God. One of my favorite cool tone palettes. I can't remember what look I did, but y'all, okay, hi. What are we doing? I love this. I love this. Is this discontinued? Because this is such a great palette. I think this is the light one. Yep, light. I think I got all of my Sydney Grace ones in light, because I loved Parallax and Reaching Zenith, these two, like these grays. And then I love, okay, the Milky Way. This is one of my favorites here. That's one of my favorites from the palette. I love that one. I can't remember what look I did, but I think I do have a picture of this. So hopefully I'm putting it up. Aurora is so pretty. Huh?
I said
Flabbernappers.
It's Flabbernappers.
Oh, Flabbernappers. Okay, well, okay, August. This is a great palette. I've been laying so low on Sydney Grace this year. I haven't bought anything from Sydney, because I was doing the monthly bundles and I just can't. I could not keep up with it, because I can't do the singles. And the palettes that they've been coming out with are beautiful, but they're so similar to palettes that I already own. And I just can't. Like the neutrally wedding type palettes, I have enough of those. But if they do come out with something that I like, you know, that is one of my brands. I didn't put them on priority brands just because I know how they do their releases, and it's not like a whole lot. But I'm always looking out for Sydney Grace. They're like general admission, I think. The monthly bundles look great though. I'm sad. I'm more sad about the stickers than anything, because you know I put the stickers in my classroom. But I wish they would sell the stickers. That's an idea, like $2 a pop. I'd pay for them. All right, moving on. Disappointment of the century. So I have talked about this, so I'm not going to really go into it, because I don't even need to rehash the disappointment. I have never seen eyeshadows that oxidize. And I did a look where I just used this blue like as a one and done, and I hated it. Like, I thought it looked cute, but then when I looked at the video and I looked at it and I was about to film the video, I was like, oh, this is ugly. Like, I could not stand it. And I'm like, this did not look like what I created when I did the look. I just feel like it oxidized. I think I used these two shades here. It makes me sad. And when I did the video, that's the one thing that I realized, that like the shadows oxidize. They just don't feel great. And the thing about it is, the mattes are what Melt does well. Like these grungies, oh my gosh. You know what might be an idea? No, I don't even know if that's gonna be an idea. What I was gonna say was, what might be a good idea is to like swap these out with some of the ones from 420. But I did get rid of the ones from 420 that didn't work well. But some of these didn't work well. Like, I was blending them away into nothing. Nothing. Can't even get my voice right.
Remember, Tiff?
How are you in the conversation?
He said, nothing.
Yep, I remember. So, I wanted to love this. I still want to, but I can't. I can't love it. I can't. I don't know if I should keep it. I don't know. I don't know what I should do with this palette. I don't even think I said it. Fatally Yours with Bailey Sarian. And I love Bailey. You know, maybe I need to look at one of her videos where her using it. But I don't know. She might have a different version, because the version that I got, it is not doing what I needed to do. Let me know if you like that palette, because there are some people that really like it. It's just not working out for me. And I'm tired of always having to be a construction worker when it comes to my melt palettes. And I do, like, oh my gosh, I have several videos of me deconstructing my melt palettes, chopping up shadows from other palettes, putting them in the melt palettes, reusing the melt palettes. Like, we shouldn't have to do that for our shadows, because Melt's not a cheap brand at all. Like, they are expensive. I'll tell you what Melt does have that I really like. It's not in front of me. Slick waterline pencils. Now, they can go ahead and come out with those in every color, and I will buy them, because I got them for $5. I got all the colors, and they are fantastic. They need to come out with that. The cream blushes are great. I even use the ones in the honeycomb. Those are still great. Like, Melt has some great products. Like, oh, they drive me nuts. They drive me nuts. They drive me bananas. I'm going to move on because I'm getting heated. This, though. Okay. I got this at the beginning of 2022 or 2023. I can't remember. Kinky Sweat was using this palette. And I was like, oh, this palette is really cute. Supreme Nudes. This palette is like basic in the best way. Quality is fantastic. To this day, this is still a good palette. Like, if you said, hey, would you still recommend Supreme Nudes by Artist Couture? I'll be like, absolutely. Absolutely. Out of this one and the Supreme Bronze, this is the one that I come to. And I didn't get the other one. What was it called? Supreme Moves. That one didn't seem to be great. This one is fantastic.
Yeah.
This shade, Supreme. First of all, they have, like, look. This is such a nice green. Like, it's so nice. It's so nice. Opulent. Like, I've had this palette, I would say, yeah, I can't remember if it was 2022. I can't remember. It might have been 2023, because I didn't get this palette when it launched, and I don't know when it launched. But my favorite shimmer has to be Supreme. But this has all, like, the transitions that you need. And these are, to me, I don't know, they're more warm than cool, but you can use these with cools. So, like, if you want to just have the mattes to use with, like, indie shimmers or another palette, I think these are great. This is a great palette. If I don't know what I'm going to wear, like, I usually go for Biba, but this is one that I could be like, because Biba has cools too, but you could just be like finding a little one and done here, or just like if you want to just have some eye contour, just a little shadow, because lately I just been wearing just one color. I don't even have time to even film in the morning anymore, because I just realized I was getting to work like just right on time, if not late. Don't tell anybody if you work with me. I told the whole universe, but August, I'm not. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm on time, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like rushing around. So lately I've just been doing my little chill looks. That's what I gotta do. But that's a great palette. Wait, oh my gosh. That's all the palettes. Hello?
Yeah, huh?
Are you hungry?
Yes.
Go get some pizza. We're working with Marky's medication, so now he's not hungry right away, and so then he's hungry at an off time. All right, this is what I got left, so let's just talk about it. That was the bulk of the video, y'all, so don't be sad. Okay, I need to talk about this because I'm not trying to buy any more Hourglass palettes, and that new palette is really calling me because of like the little cooler rosy blushes. And I'm like, no, girl, you got these real cute ones here. I love the Snake palette. This is such a nice palette. I really like this. I think that Hourglass just really needs to continue, because for a while they weren't even trying. They weren't even trying at all. They need to continue to work on being more inclusive with their shade ranges, because the new palettes, the one that has like the bronzers and the contours with those, they need to come on with that. Like, sir, ma'am, who... This is not even going to be great for me. So I'm medium, and I'm on a lighter medium shade. So I'm like, who are these going to work for? Like, that bronzer palette's not gonna work for a lot of people. And there's 2 bronzers in it, and I'm like, do we really need 2 and all these different powders? Like, I mean, I get the whole concept of the different lightings, but we all don't need all this stuff. I'm kind of surprised. I can't, okay, you let me know. I can't remember Hourglass coming out with a palette of this size during the regular part of the year. They came out with a quad, they came out with a palette this size, and then they came out with the bronze one. So this is kind of new for them, and they're being real extra about it, because we don't need to keep doing that and getting ourselves caught up with $90 palettes that you damn near can't pan. I mean, I just finished my ambient lighting palette, the #1 with the 3. It took like 4 years or 3 years. Like 3 years, that's a long time. I just panned it. Where is it? Let me see. It's not even completely panned, but because 2 of the shades are panned, I mean, I just felt like, let me get I got the medium one, and I like that, but I could still use this, truth be told. That's neither here nor there. So I have this, I have the elephant, I have the tiger, and then I have my ambient volume 2, so I don't need no more powders. Hourglass, you gotta kick rocks. I'm sorry. I was up to say that. All right, moving on. I have these 2 highlighters. Let me, well, no, I may have pictures, I don't know. Rare Beauty, I did use these in a video. I have Joy and Happy, and I want Love, but I need to chill. So Joy, oh my gosh, this is like the muted terracotta. Oh my God, so smooth. Muted terracotta, so gorgeous. I did swatch these in store and I went to Miami, and I just was not impressed. I just was like, and then my clown self bought them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I really like these, but I don't look at them as blushes. I look at them as highlighters, and that's kind of what they are, or like blush toppers. They kind of remind me of like how I use my blushes from the Adept Cosmetics face palettes, like that. These are really nice. I kind of do want the shade Love, but I need to get myself together. Oh my God, I have one more palette, one more palette. Oh, okay. This is the last palette, y'all. I was so happy to pull out Rose Quartz, because I think I only used this palette one time. This palette is so good. It's like cool tone mauve. It's so good, y'all. Oh, this, you know what? Huda Beauty, and people need to give her flowers, because beautiful, y'all. So pretty. I mean, there is a little, oh my gosh, I need to deconstruct this, because this shade here, you know, I'm not using that. I tried to use the little glossy shade, and it's drying up. That makes my shadows crease, so that's a no. But look at that, that's so pretty. This is such a nice palette. I would say still worth it to this day. To this day is the I'm gonna have to put that in the title. To this day, if you know, you know, put it in the title. All right, to this day. Okay, moving on. Christian Dior, the glow bronzer. I don't know what it's called, but this is the peach one, and I have the pink one. I use these every single day. Don't talk to me. I have not used any other bronzer since I bought these. It don't even matter. Whichever one I got, whether it's the pink one or the peach one, this is what I'm using. I love it. I would say what I don't love is that I've already gotten this dirty, because I'm not neat when it comes to this. And this sits in like my little tray of makeup. But I don't know. Maybe I can clean it. I don't know. These are so good. It's like a little blush, a little highlight, as well as the bronzer. But I'm wondering, and I hope, that the blush goes all the way to the bottom, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be mad, and I will let you know when I find out. I will let you know, because this needs to go all the way through and through to the bottom, and if it doesn't, I will be upset. I love this. I love this. I literally have not used any other bronzer since. Super Goop Protectant, got the perfect shade for me, 30W. Great light coverage, great shade match, great everything. I love this. I don't want to say obsessed, but anytime I see something with sunscreen, I'm like, oh yes, because I'm not playing about my sunscreen game. I'm not. I'm really trying to be protected from these UV rays, and I'm trying to get my life right. So this was great. It was a random buy for me, but I thought it was great. The coverage was great. I will be wearing this every day at the pool. this summer. Sure will. Surely will. I also have the House Labs blush. Oh my gosh, I still have the other shade that I haven't tried. This one is a Fire Moon. I don't appreciate how they made their, like, come on, House.
You need to leave.
And y'all thought this was okay. Rah, 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 rah. Sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all thought this was okay. Y'all thought it was okay. You want to talk about a bad romance? This is not cool. Like, I was looking at this for the first time. Y'all thought this was okay? Those are my favorite blushes. I love all this, but like, y'all, one more time. Y'all thought this was okay. I don't. Now I'm mad. But I like the shade. Let me show you the shade. So this is Fire Moon. Why it's called Fire Moon, I don't know. But this reminds me of, not exactly, no, not really. I was gonna say Desert Orchid, but no, by Pat McGrath. I mean, I like those nudie kind of blushes that you can wear with everything. Let me leave this out because this has been sitting in my tray for a month. And I like this shade. I can put this on with any look and it's gonna be great. I feel the same way about it that I feel about Desert Moon. Don't feel great about that size. I got 2 lipsticks from Hourglass. This is, oh, large, my baby. Y'all know I washed large, so I just rebought it. My baby. She's like my favorite lip color. So good. That's the satin. And then I tried one of the mattes. Only thing I don't like is if you don't put it in the right way, it just, that's annoying. This one is Peony, which I love. So good. And I didn't put the, what's it called? The liner, but the liners are fantastic. Fantastic. I only have one for now. And then I have my Dior. This is Rouchior 419 Bois Rosé. So nice. I really love the Dior satins. They are so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of this stuff I got from the Sephora sale. And we're going to wrap this up with 2 products I got from Silly. Sorry.
What was that?
It's from a movie. You won't know.
Say it again?
Silly. Ew. See y'all. So I have one blush called Kirsty. And I have June. I haven't used it yet. But this is an SPF blush. Oh, so pretty. Like so nudie. I love this. It has SPF 50. So I love that a lot. And then I have the powder, which is Messy. This is SPF 30. And it has a little net in here. But oh my gosh, like what is the net protecting? Because how does all this come out the net? I know you can't see it, but I'm not trying to waste it. But this was a nice powder. And I really like how it lasted throughout the day. And it's been sitting in my tray, so I haven't used it again since I used it for that first video. And I used it all day. But I like this, and I think this is going to be a great way to, let me know what you think. Is the powder a great way to touch up your sunscreen during the day? Because I was thinking, that's the only reason why I got it. This is the shade 2. So that's going to be it, y'all. That's it. That's everything. Ooh, y'all. So overall, I feel really happy about everything that I use this month. I really love my collection. It's OD, you know, it's a lot. Don't need all of this, but I love it. I love the things that I purchased from the Sephora sale. I love trying new makeup, and I don't have any regrets about anything that I shared in this video. No. I mean, I wish things were cheaper, but I don't have any regrets. I will tell you, the Hourglass lipsticks, I think, are easily becoming my favorite lipsticks. Yeah. And the Dior satins. I like the matte ones, but the satin ones, because I only had one satin. I had Saint Germain. If you want to get any Dior lipstick, that's the first one offhand. Saint Germain. That's the one right there. That's the only satin I had until I got the other, I think 2 that I have now. But Saint Germain is that girl. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's almost like Larch, probably a little bit darker. If you want to try Hourglass, Larch is the best. I think this is gonna look on everybody. It's so good. It's so good I washed it. Yep. And it didn't make it. It didn't make it. So I had to repurchase it. As soon as the sale, I was like, oh, I'm getting my baby. So that's gonna be it. Oh my God. That's the only thing is like closing it the right way. I'm really disappointed about the House Labs. Like literally that's the first time I compared them to like the old to the new. I don't know about that. I don't know. Like she could give us more. All right, anyway, that's going to be it for Mimosas and Makeup this week. So let me know what you've been using. Like, not for the month of April, because that's too much. I mean, I'd leave all my stuff in a bin till the end of the month. But let me know what you've just been using and loving. Like, what are you reaching for all the time? I think this is great because it just allows me to... Oh, this is something else. I'm gonna have to put this in the May. This is the Prisme Libre blush from Givenchy. I forgot. I have it out because I really like using it. Never thought I'd be into a loose blush, but I have the Organza Cyan, and then I got this shade, which is almost like the Barbie pink. I love these blushes. I don't even care if they're messy. I think they are so great. This really allows me to look at what I'm using in my collection so that I don't make, I won't say so that I don't make frivolous purchases, but I still seem to do that. But I'd like to make less frivolous purchases. You know, nobody wants to waste money, and makeup is really expensive. And I know a lot of us already have more than we need. Well, I can speak for myself. I have a lot more than I need, and I don't want to waste any more money. But I will say this month, I've enjoyed everything. So if I'm looking at this as a favorites or fails video, which that's kind of how I look at it, I don't have any fails at all. Editing me here, that is a lie because that melt palette is a hot mess. That is my fail. All right, that's it. I have no fails. I just want to continue to enjoy these purchases and use them as much as possible. No fails this month. So that's going to be it. Let me know what you've been loving, and I'm going to head on out of here. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another Mimosas and Makeup. I hope this was therapy for you. You know it always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe. And you know I'll see y'all really soon. Bye.